it's long tail, but it's not any longer than a regular cast on.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay, slip knot. All right, so the way this works, you're casting on a knit stitch and then a purl stitch.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me just show you.
Sure.
And then you can do it. Okay.
Does it matter which one's in which hand? Like tail versus the over the thumb, or?
Yes, let me get you started.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with a knit stitch.
Okay.
So you bring your, there it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to do the purl stitch, you have to go, oh man. Yes, okay, so we're going to draw the yarn towards you.
Oh, so like an E-loop.
Yes.
Like an E-wrap.
And then to do the knit stitch, you're going to go like this. You see how it's open at the bottom? Like a knit stitch?
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like a Portuguese one to me, but okay.
Okay, so we're going over the back.
Yeah.
Oh man, I better check and make sure I'm doing this right. And then through the front and around like that.
So is there 2 for every one?
No, it's 1 for 1, but it's 1 purl, 1 knit, 1 purl, 1 knit. Or 1 knit, 1 purl, 1 knit, 1 purl.
Okay. You're right. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that and podcast at the same time. I'm quite talented, but
yeah, let me look it up for you. So you need that starting.
Okay.
And then the next 2 rows are kind of fussy as well for a tubular cast on, but
well,
yeah.
For what? Yeah, I'll do it another time.
Or do a. Yeah, I found it a little bit hard to concentrate and yeah.
I'll just do long tail so that we can demo how to use 2 sets of circulars.
Sure.
Okay.
You could do long tail and do a gauge swatch for your hat. I'm just saying. In other words, don't cast on for the hat. Cast on 24 stitches and do a gauge swatch.
Oh,
first.
that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Practice what you preach, sister. You're only doing it because I'm making you, aren't you? All right. I think it's episode 14.
It is episode 14.
Lucky number 14.
I know.
I think 14 is a better number than 13.
13? Yeah.
I don't know why. I just do. Mm-hmm.
We have to remember today, too, to, thank everybody for coming back.
Yes.
And
say who we are.
Yeah. Because we always forget to do that.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us again.
Oh. Are we on?
Episode 14 of our podcast on. I'm Cynthia from River City Yarns.
And I'm Barb.
My lovely sister.
We're sisters. We have a local yarn shop in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And welcome back. If you've joined us before and you're coming back again, welcome. And if you're a first-time viewer, we hope that you subscribe and we hope that you enjoy this and come back all the time.
All right, welcome. Yes, absolutely. So the weather has been crazy here in Edmonton. We've had snowstorms.
That's right.
I think we had 10 inches, 25 centimeters of snow.
In the last day and a half? Yeah.
So
big, huge. It was hard to get out of my neighborhood this morning. There was, big ruts. I took pictures, actually, because it was so weird to see that much snow.
Yeah. My husband and I just look at each other and say, in like a lion.
Oh, yeah.
Right, March?
Yes. Well, and I have to share with you, it gets really tiring. After a whole month or 2 of this, we've got people coming in. Our cotton yarns are flying out the door. People are looking for bright colors. All of our bright blues and pinks and yellows are being sold. I'm reordering on those colors. Right. So, yeah, we're all really tired of winter and we want to move on.
That's right. It's time to think of things that are coming up, right? Products and events. Yes. We've got a ton of events coming up.
We do. Yeah. You guys, get out your calendars right now because we've got some incredible events that we want to tell you about.
Right. In fact, we're filming this podcast a little bit early. We're going to still put it out on the 15th, but we're filming this podcast before we go to Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Vogue Knitting Live in Chicago.
So exciting.
I know.
Yeah.
This all started, too, because we were going to go to a business conference that's part of Vogue Soho Publishing puts on a business conference for yarn shop owners. And that's what we originally booked into.
Right, and Barb said,
Right.
you know what? Vogue Knitting Live is happening at the same hotel right before this business conference. So
Yeah.
we should go to that too. And we said, yay, yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. And then the conference got canceled.
The email came across, oh, sorry, you guys, we've canceled this. And we've already bought our airline tickets using points, which, you can't get back quite very easily on those.
Yeah. So we got 2 days in Chicago after the conference, and we're going to do a bunch of really fun things. We're going on a
Very
yarn
cool.
crawl. We're going out to Glen Allen, which
Yes.
is a suburb of Chicago, or
It
is it
is.
a separate town, city?
Well, I think it's a separate town for sure,
It's
but
an hour-long train ride anyway,
is it
right?
an hour?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have a really good friend, Janet, who runs a shop called String Theory. Look her up online too. We've got she's got a really great website, and she does amazing things
Right.
too.
And
we get
she's-
so inspired by the events that
Yeah.
she holds.
She's letting us in the shop on a Monday when
Yeah.
the store's normally closed, so we're going to have the place to ourselves.
I know,
We're
it's
gonna
going to be
ask
so much
Janet
fun.
all kinds of questions, and then we're also going to try and scoop up Nikki Epstein for lunch.
Yes.
'cause, Nikki's been here to our shop a couple of times.
Yeah.
We feel like we're best buds.
We want to go shopping with you, Nikki. She knows all the great hot spots too. She's
Right.
telling me she doesn't know Chicago that well,
But by the time we get there, she
Yeah,
will. Yeah. So we're going to have a video epilogue of our trip to Chicago, and we'll post that under our playlist called Places to Go, People to See.
right,
So
on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. So once you finish watching this episode, or if you want to take a break, pop over to that playlist and check out our trip to Chicago. And then after we get back,
Right.
we still have a whole bunch of things lined up.
We do.
So the next thing coming up is the Edmonton Fiber Festival.
Right, that's right. Edmonton has had a fiber festival once. This is year 2, and so we were able to get in on year 2, and we're going to have a little booth there and bring just a small sampling of some of the things that are in our store. We have so much here in our store, there's no way we could bring it all. We'd love to, but we're going to just focus on a few yarns and some notions, and talk about some of the events and maybe do some demos, right?
Right. So the theme of the Edmonton Fiber Festival is kind of about indie dyed yarns, right? It's an opportunity for indie dyers to come out and showcase their wares. And so we have some indie dye stuff too. We have some yarns that are exclusive to our shop and are dyed for us by small dye houses. So we're going to take that.
And I think more than dyers, Cynthia, I think it's makers.
Yeah,
right?
you're right. Yes.
Really, when you think
Bag
about
makers and other local crafters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christy's going to be there from Sugar Tots.
Right.
And
Yes.
Britta's.
With her so cute stitch markers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Britta's going to be there with her bags.
Studio
She has
Britta.
beautiful bags.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's like lots of other people. I think I heard 38 vendors in total. So it's not a long show. It's just a one-day show, 10 to 4.
Yep. Terwilliger Community Church.
Yeah.
We'll have a link too. But yeah, so that's the next thing we'll be getting ready for when we get back. And then one of our favorite people is coming to Edmonton. He's taken a trip here, and we're
What are the dates?
visiting mid-June.
Okay.
So I think around June 22nd to 25th in that area.
Mark your calendar for Richard Devries. He's so much fun. You guys, if you get a chance to come into the shop, we're going to have all kinds of great things. Richard has got a new dye technique that he's going to be talking to us about. And he's kind of the king of color. He was the kind of original fellow that...
like the head dyer for
for
Koigu. Is that what you're
Koigu.
thinking? Yeah.
And so he's kind of been doing speckled yarns before speckled yarns were ever popular. He's been doing it for years and years, and so he's mastered that. We carry Pepino. It's a regular line in our store, and he's going to bring 2 more lines that he's got. So we're going to have yarn tastings,
Trunk show,
trunk show,
some magic.
Yeah.
Richard's just a lot of fun. So if you get an opportunity to spend an hour or two with Richard, you should definitely take it up. We'll do some filming on that day or those days when he's here, so that those of you who live far away can kind of join in on the fun.
Right. Well, we talked with Richard, and he's all about seeing what you guys are making with his yarns. And so we talked about setting up a photo booth.
Right.
But let's not spoil all the fun, because
Right.
we might be able to get more information on that a little later in this podcast. So stay tuned.
And if you forget any of those dates or you want to add it to your calendar with a simple click, you can visit our website, which is rivercityyarns.com, and click on the events link. We have all the events there, and if you click on them for more details, you'll get a calendar, add to my calendar option as well, which is really convenient. All right. So how's your casting on going?
Good. I'm just about to join.
Okay.
And working the round.
Okay. So Barb is doing a gauge swatch for a Justina Lukowska hat.
That's right.
Yeah. Which one are you going to do?
It's called Eddie.
Ah, the one with the cables.
Yeah.
Yeah. We showed it last time.
Okay. It's in this book.
It's in Tabula Rasa. So really quick aside, this is Justina Lukowska's first book. She has another one that is coming out called So this is Tabula Rasa Neutrals, and she's got another one called Tabula Rasa Speckles.
Yeah.
You can buy this book on Ravelry. You can buy it as an ebook with an option to have a printed copy sent to you.
It's a great idea.
And then you can also buy Speckles, and right now you'll just get it as an ebook, and then you can have the printed copy sent to you later on when she's done the publications of it.
And we're going to get some. We're talking with her and her husband. Apparently he does, I think, the shipping on these books. So we're talking with them about bringing in a whole bunch of them. Maybe we'll have like 50 of each or something.
Right, because they're coming from Poland.
Right. So stay tuned. If you get a chance, sign up for our newsletter, because we usually put in everything new that's coming in our newsletter.
Right.
And you don't want to miss this book. This book is amazing.
Tell us, Barb, how do people sign up for our newsletter?
Oh, on the bottom of every page on our website, just go to our website, any page, just scroll down to the bottom, and it's called the Yarn Bird. Just click on there and sign up. I think you get a little email you have to confirm to.
You get a confirmation email, because we're very polite. We don't want just anybody signing you up for our newsletter. So you'll get a confirmation email, and you need to say yes, you really do want to get the newsletter.
Yeah.
But it's a great source of information in addition to the podcast. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So let's talk about some new product.
Wait. Isn't there one more event?
One more event.
After Richard.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Yes, in the fall. The Knit for Fun retreat with Ann Budd.
That's right.
Yes.
We want to put one more plug in for that.
Yes.
Because this is going to be a special retreat, and we've got incredible guests coming this year, instructors. And so you don't want to miss out. If you live in this neighborhood, in Alberta, you want to, and probably BC and Saskatchewan as well, you want to make sure that you come to this, because these instructors probably won't come here again. I mean, let's be realistic, right?
Justina's coming from Poland, so she's one of them.
And Bristol, I mean, if you want to see Bristol Ivy, you pretty much have to go somewhere in the U.S. to see her. And same thing with Carson. I don't think I think he was at Stitches Midwest or Stitches West. I heard Tracy and Jody talking about meeting him there. But that's pretty much where you have to go. So, save a little bit of travel dollars. Come to our event here if you live in the area, and sign up. I think there's still a few seats left.
And if you live in the U.S., let me tell you, because we're going to Chicago, we know, it's a deal. Like, you should come.
Oh, because, with the dollar.
Yeah, the American dollar buys so much more here in Canada. So
honestly,
come.
And the last time that I traveled, yarn was the same price in the U.S. as it is here. So it's like $30 or $35 a skein, but it's in Canadian as opposed to U.S.
Our prices are in Canadian. Yeah. So I take off 25% for the exchange rate, and it's such a good deal. So everything on Ann Bud's, so the link to get more information about the retreat is, you can see it on our website. We'll link you back to Ann Bud's Knit for Fun retreat website, because that's where registration is taking place. For that reason, for Canadians, you'll notice that all the retreat registration fees are done in US dollars. So for Americans, it's perfect. But once you get here, remember that your US dollar just goes a little bit further than our Canadian dollar does. And so that makes shopping really reasonable. And then for Canadians, buying in Canada means you're not spending that extra money on your airfare and on your hotel and on your retreat treats and all that kind of stuff too.
Well, you get to save more money to buy more yarn. So we're going to be having a little marketplace there, and we've got some great local makers who are going to have their products featured in our marketplace as well. And then we're going to shuttle people back and forth to our store. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We did this last year, and it was I think it was a hit. Yes. Everybody really liked it.
Yes, and it's just so nice getting up close and personal with Ann Bud.
Yes,
I've idolized Ann Bud for years.
Yeah.
I went to Australia and took a cruise so I could meet Ann Bud in person, and she's just such a lovely person. And she's going to be at the retreat as well, performing her Knit Doctor.
Right. So you actually get sessions with 4 instructors, not just 3. And everybody gets a session with Ann.
Yeah.
And she's going to diagnose any knitting ills that you might have.
Or go shopping with you.
Yes. Yeah. She said she'd be real flexible.
Yeah. That's really good. Okay.
All right. So
that's events. Well, there is one more that we should talk about.
One more?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's that?
So we have a regular Thursday night knit group that meets here at the store.
Right.
And it's just a group of local people who come in and hang out with us. I thought maybe we should give it like a real name. So I'm proposing to them that we should call it Knit, Crow, Sew, Shul Night. Knit, Crow, Sew, Shul Night.
Okay. All right. And what happened with Stitch and Bitch? Is it inappropriate now? Or?
Well, I keep coding it as S&B, but...
Okay, I ran your other name by Andrew.
Okay, hang on. So the Knit Night is quite popular. We get a nice group of people who come out. It's every Thursday night from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And there is a thread especially for it on Ravelry as well. But we had a request or a thought about putting together a knit group that's especially for men. And so we thought, let's do that. So one of our staff members, Andrew, has agreed to host it. And I ran the name by him yesterday too. So I was proposing to call it Men's Night Club. KNIGHT, because knights are usually men, and then putting the GH in brackets, so it's kind of like Men's Knit Club or Men's Night Club, but the GH could be silent, right?
So what did he say to you about that?
He said he thought it was okay, but he said, it's not clear, Men's Night Club, what that means. So I had like a colon, and it's men who knit or whatever. So I think we're just going to call it the Men's Knitting Group.
Yeah, let's start that way, and then we can get creative later.
Yeah. And it's going to start on the first Saturday of each month. It'll be from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or 1 to 3. They'll be. I'm going to actually create an event on our workshops page so that people can see all the details about it. Yeah.
Anyways, this Andrew is one of our newest employees, and he's so much fun.
He's fun. People are coming in and asking for my name.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll go out and say, "Can I help you?" "Oh, no, thanks. Andrew's taking care of me." So it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here in the shop with people that work here, and we're so lucky that we've got such great staff. So
Yeah, Andrew was here on Saturday, and it was really busy, and he was wearing this really cute hat, and he had a sweater on, and
he's got the best knitwear. We have to get pictures of him up, because I don't think we have him up on our stuff.
Right, we do. Absolutely.
To-do. I'll put that on my to-do list.
Okay. You take care of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the list person.
Yeah.
I keep everything right here.
Yes, and that's why you get so much done.
Okay, my head is a little full. Okay.
I'm going to get you a really nice notebook when we go to Chicago.
No.
One that says to-dos on it.
Thanks.
Hey,
Yeah,
did we
always
talk
think of me.
about what you're wearing?
Not
Not
yet,
to
but
change the subject.
We'll get to that.
Okay,
Because
she has an
it's a
order that
faux.
we have to go through. So.
All right, let's talk about new product.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the new things is another product by another staff member of ours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about? 'Cause we have several.
Yes, Janet.
Ah.
Janet made these beautiful needle cases.
Okay, we are so lucky again to have Janet on our team. Janet is an incredible seamstress. She sews, she quilts, and she's made these little, we needed something for double points and crochet hooks. Mm-hmm. And so she's made these for us, and look at them. They'll hold, these will also hold interchangeables too. So if you wanted to take your interchangeables out of your case and store them in something else, you could use this.
Yep.
But ideally, these are for DPNs and crochet hooks, and they have a zippered pouch on the top.
For accessories.
Yep. She's
And
used really beautiful.
It's lined as well.
She's used really beautiful cottons, and I think there's even some padding in.
So these ones are pieced. So she's actually, sewn the little individual
Right.
pieces together.
Yeah.
And then these ones are straight fabrics,
Right.
but they all have cool insides. So you can't get these online, guys, because they're all individual and unique. But if you don't live near here and you want to get one, you just need to call the store, and we'll send you some pictures. Or we can even do FaceTime, or we can send you a video where we just kind of go over the ones that are available.
Look at this one with turtles.
I know, with the sea turtles.
Oh my
Yes.
God, Mario would love this. Turtles are his thing.
He needs a case for all of his crochet hooks.
He does. He doesn't crochet.
Yes.
But you know what? He would probably put his tire repair tools in here.
He could bring it to men's knit group, is what I'm saying.
Oh, he
because
could.
we allow crocheters to come too. So.
He doesn't crochet. He knits. Mario knows how to knit.
Well, then you should Saturday afternoon.
He said he would come.
Did he? Mm-hmm. This one has feathers. Anyway,
I love this one. This one's one of my
all
favorites.
Gorgeous, yeah. And I haven't picked out one to buy yet.
I think I might have to have this.
Hey! Back in the pile for now. Look at these sheep. Aren't they cute?
They are cute,
Yeah.
but I like this one. Ooh.
You like the colors, don't you?
I do. I just think it's so today.
And this is what's left. So I think we've sold about maybe a
Lots
third
of them.
of the ones. Yeah.
And she'll make more. She's talking to us too about a little Notions pouch too. It's going to be
cute.
really cool.
Okay. I love that. So
Thanks, Janet.
Yeah, it's really, that's one of the perks about being a yarn shop owner, is that when someone brings in something amazing,
yes,
you get an opportunity to sell it in the store, and it just works out for everybody.
And then you get one or two in your stash too, which doesn't hurt.
It's just nice to see the skills and the craftsmanship of the people that we get to know.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so that's new. We also have
Rowan. Yes. Okay. So we're a Rowan store. In order to be a Rowan store, you have to, sell Rowan yarns and books and magazines and purchase minimum amounts. And luckily in Edmonton, we have a lot of folks who love Rowan. And so we sell a fair amount of it.
We do.
And so this year we got in the new book. This is Rowan 63. And it features two new to us yarns. One that we bring in every year as a regular, and then a new one that we haven't had before. Mm-hmm. And let's
talk about that one first.
The first one is Soft Yak Dk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is very soft. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very soft, and yet it's got a chainette construction on it, which we believe, we haven't actually had a chance to test knit this yet. But I think we should take a few balls with us.
To Chicago?
Yeah. And just knit up Justina's hat or something.
Oh, what a great idea. Oh, yeah. That would feel so amazing as a hat. And this would be so soft. Okay.
Although this is recommended for a lot of different things. You can even do baby with it. There's a lot of options.
Okay.
And on Ravelry, one of the top patterns for Soft Yak Dk is Church Mouse's Slochie hat. They do a Slochie hat out of two colors. It's a free pattern on their website and on Ravelry. So check that one out too.
Right. Oh no, I'm thinking I would really like a hat out of this.
The Eddy.
Yeah, the Eddy is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 76% cotton, 15% yak, and 9% nylon.
Right. And I really feel that chainette construction is going to help a lot with any sort of pilling.
Well,
because it's such a soft yarn, you always expect a little pilling, but I think that construction helps prevent that.
The other thing about this construction that's really cool is that it's basically a tube. So you're getting a lot of insulation. You're getting a thicker yarn with a lighter weight.
And more meterage too. Because every ball is balled up in 50 grams generally, you can have different meterage per 50 grams.
Right. So this has 135 meters, 148 yards.
Yeah, which is really good.
And they've brought it out in some really nice neutral colors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the colors that we have in stock are on our online store, so you can see all of them there. But just tell you, this just feels like a little soft bunny. Like it's like holding a little bunny in your hands because the ball is quite substantial. Like you can. It's not full of air. You can feel it.
Yeah.
And yet it's just so
it
soft.
It feels amazing, yeah. And there's a number of patterns in here. I mean, they have different collections in this book, too. You'll see that they pick different styles and places to photograph.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's different collections in here. But
it's like a coffee table book. They call it, Rowan Magazine because it's soft cover and it's large. It's a large format, so the photography is really displayed beautifully.
There's a brioche top that's amazing.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think rather than, try and show you this on our podcast, go to their website because they have a lookbook. They have an actual link. You have to sign in and be a Rowan member, but you get to go through all the patterns that are in this book one by one. And you should see them. They're classics.
The photography.
I went through some older magazines that we put on sale. And, even a magazine that's, 6 years ago, the pieces are still all today.
Yes. Well, they have a design team that is amazing and has a design team that's been consistent for them for a long time. So, I mean, they're an established company that knows how to produce great patterns and great yarns. Yeah. And we can't bring them all in. We can't have all the rowing yarns, but we try our best to give everybody a really good selection of patterns.
And one that we bring back every year is the denim, because this yarn is amazing. You knit with this yarn and then you can wash it, you can machine wash it and dry it, and it keeps
fading.
It keeps fading. So every time you wash it, it gets a little lighter, just like real blue jeans.
Right.
So, imagine like a blue jean jacket or a skirt, maybe Church Mouse's little skirt would be so cute to do in this.
Yeah.
And then every time you wash and wear it, it just gets softer and more beautiful.
Yeah. So the dye on this one has been oversaturated, and so you will lose dye when you wash it. So wash it with light colors. And you may, if you're knitting it or crocheting it and you're feeling a little warm and your fingers are a little sweaty, you may find that some of the dye comes off on your hands too.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
that's
your needles will turn blue, but that's what overdyeing's all about.
And I see that we have 2 of these books left.
Yes, we do.
And
we've got them on sale.
Watching a movie with this guy right here just the other night.
Yeah, they use TV stars and movie stars for their models.
So this is Eddie Main.
Before he got famous.
Yeah. So he's in here.
Look at him. Look at how young he looks.
Yeah.
So
just 2 of these left?
That's right, yeah. Are those on our website too, do you think, on sale?
No, I don't think so. Not Denim People. Just because there's 2, so call in if you want them. The Rowan Magazine is on our website.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And we only get a few copies. We don't get a lot of them, and once they're gone, we don't bother reordering them, because generally this season, they're just for that season. There's only 2 a year.
Hello, Richard. It's Cynthia.
Hi.
Hi, and Barb.
Hi, Richard.
Yeah, you're both on that? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we got you on speakerphone, Richard, and we're also talking to our thousands and thousands of YouTube subscribers as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. That's not making you nervous, is it?
No, not at all.
No, you like attention, right?
I don't like being put on the spot.
No.
So I like social. I'm good at social.
Yeah.
I'm not good at stick me in front of 5,000 people with a speaker and then expect me to. No, that I'm not good at. So.
Well, we promise we'll be really gentle with you today.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Don't leave any marks.
No.
So tell us what the weather's like in Ontario
We'll
today.
start with weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. It's actually, it's sunny. It's beautiful outside. The dogs have been laying outside on the deck while I'm dyeing yarn. And I mean, it's a nice day. Spring's here, we hope.
Yes.
So,
well, we woke up. Oh, sorry.
No, we've been on the farm here for 21 years, and it is inevitable every year. The robins come back, some of the spring birds come back, and we get one more big dump of snow. So we haven't had that yet. The birds are here, so spring will soon be here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about the dogs, Richard.
Oh, my other passion. Oh my gosh. I mean, we have. Robert keeps telling me they're your dogs. Although he does so much of the stuff too. I have 7 French bulldogs, and I mean they are my other passion.
Did he say 7?
He said 7.
He said 7.
He did say 7.
You said 7.
There
right?
are 7. There's 7. So I'm one over my quota apparently. But I mean they all live in harmony. I mean everybody here has to live. Everybody has to get along. The dogs aren't allowed to chase the cat. The cat's not allowed to kill the birds outside. So it's harmonious. But they, I mean, they're great. And I breed, show, and own them. So I mean, they're the kids.
I can understand that because I've seen pictures on Richard's Instagram feed, and his dogs are so cute.
Oh,
I mean, I want a dog, and I can't even have a dog. Mario won't let me, but I want one of your dogs.
Oh, I mean, and they're compact. I mean, they don't take up much room. So, I mean, just the number seems like a lot. But if you look at them, I mean, 7 French bulldogs would be maybe 2 or 3 bull mastiffs. So I mean, hey, it's all relative.
Okay, now here's what Robert said about your dogs, Richard. He said, I think if there was a fire and he had to save me or his dogs, he'd go for his dogs.
Well, yeah.
Then he said,
because I mean, hello, you're an adult. I mean, and this actually, I'll tell you what happened one day. This was a great breakfast conversation. Our son Jesse, Robert, and I were sitting at the island in the kitchen, and the conversation was, what would you grab on the way out? And it used to be, grab Jesse would be. But now it's, I'm grabbing the dogs. You two fend for yourself. And by the way, on your way out, you need to grab dogs too.
Oh, that's so nice. So, Richard, do you knit for your dogs? No. Do you? But you do. I don't. But you do knit. You're not.
I do knit. Oh yeah, I do knit. It's just okay. I don't know how well this is going to go over. Robert thinks we're in a really rural area, and he's like, with the dogs, they're good until about -10 outside. I mean, then they seem to they wouldn't need coats or something, but we want hardy dogs, and I mean they do. They're hardy out there and they're fine. So, but would I like to? Yeah, eventually. So, but I mean, I'm not that skilled at it yet.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Richard, is that you keep the dogs outside so that they.
No.
Okay.
When we take them for about 4 walks a day.
Oh, okay.
So Okay, so we're on 8 acres, and so in the winter they spend most of the time in the kitchen, but the kitchen's 18 feet by 38 feet, so they don't have it so rough.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, once the weather gets nice, they're on the deck by the dye studio most of the time.
Right.
So they're outside in that. But I'm just saying, no, they don't need coats. I mean, if they were out for a long period of time and it was under -10, then I would have them. I will say, though, that when we go to shows, I do have lovely coats for them to go to shows in. One is a very lovely Louis Vuitton fabric, and one's a very nice Coach fabric.
Wow.
Nice.
There you go.
Yes. That's so cool.
I saw someone outside the other day, and they had their dog in little boots. And the dog, the dog, I don't know whether they didn't like it wearing them or not, but they were picking the dog up and carrying it because they said they didn't want to walk in its boots.
Oh, well, I think it takes some getting used to. Right?
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah. So you're dyeing today, Richard?
I am. I just came in the house, so not that. I mean, I dye almost every day. It's the passion. I mean, and it has to be done. So I mean, and I do this whole dyeing here. So so I mean, I'm generally up between 5-6 a.m. because, of course, dogs have to go outside, and then we start the day.
So you don't have anybody helping you?
Not in the dye studio. No. So out there, it's me, and I enjoy my space out there. I mean, I'm plugged in. I should actually do Robert wants me to do a video of when I'm actually dyeing, only in the sense that I have my earbuds in and I'm rocking to the tunes.
Nice.
So that's it. And so he's like, how come sometimes this one came out just a little bit darker than the last time? I said, it all depends what I've been listening to.
There is so there is karma involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I try to be as consistent as I can, but I mean, it is hand dyed, and atmospheric pressure sometimes, will be the weather or other things affected. So, but we try to be as close to it as we can.
Yeah. So tell us about some of the things that affect. So I mean, one of the challenges I think for a dyer is getting repeatable colorways, right? I mean that's got to be difficult. Do you have like a Bible of dye recipes?
I have a binder, and then we also have a backup of cards. So I mean, just in case something was ever to happen. So we keep in 2 separate areas. But yes, all the recipes are there. Right. So I mean, I have to keep the recipes. And when we have now well over 1,000 colorways. So, and Robert keeps telling me, no more. No new.
Wow.
Does that sound familiar?
No more. But it's like, but people want to see new. And of course, there's the new colors of the Pantones every year and that. So you have to keep up with what's going on. So, but I mean, there are different things that affect the dyeing. The weather, believe it or not, weather can affect dyeing. And when it is crappy weather, sometimes I get the best, brightest colors.
Really?
And it might sound bizarre, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of chemical kind of balancing that goes into that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. And I mean, all my colors are exclusive to me. I buy the base dyes and then mix everything myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, Richard, we see lots of speckled yarn nowadays. It seems like a lot of the indie dyers are getting into speckling, and everybody's got, some version of it. You've been speckling for a long time.
15 years?
15 years.
15 years now. Yeah.
So,
maybe, about 15.
So I mean, you've been at this a long time. There's got to be I don't know what to say. It's just how do you
expertise?
Feel? Yeah, how do you feel about that? Like you've really kind of you're the originator, I would say, of speckled yarn. Are you not?
I've been doing it for quite some time. I don't know if I would say I was the originator. I can remember seeing it. To me, one of the original hand dyers was Colonette. From Colonette Yards and in Wales. And so she did some of it there. And I can remember, seeing her stuff and then reading the information about her. And I was just so taken about how she died and where she died, and just it sounded so magical where she was, next to the livestock yard and by the mill in Wales. And I thought, so I think she was actually a originator of it. But I mean, there are so many other people who have done it, and it's a fun thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't like taking. I always think there's other people that have done things, and then sometimes you take something and you develop it
and you build
your
on
way.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You put your touch on it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my maternal grandfather was a dyer in the Netherlands for 40 years.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And yes, so he did fabric in that, and so I have some of his recipe books.
Really?
And and his information, which I really feel privileged to have.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
oh, that's really cool.
That's very neat.
Yeah. And then maybe before we let you go, Richard, we'd asked you about how you get the skeins so perfect. There's
somebody by the name of Robert, who does it. So Robert is very particular about how the product leaves here, and it's about presentation and marketing. And our big thing is we listen to CBC a lot. And so there's some wonderful programs. There's Age of Persuasion and, what's the other one? Under the Influence by Terry O'Reilly.
Yes.
And you learn so much about this type of stuff. And, but it's, how is it presented to the stores? You want it to look nice. You want it to be, neat and tidy. And because the customers want to see that too. Mm-hmm. And, this is a big thing for the people who work for us. We tell them, too, make sure everything looks nice because the customers want to see it. Mm-hmm. So, looking nice also. So, and it is. I mean, I want it to, when it's at the stores, like your store, I want them to pick it up and go, wow, isn't that pretty? Or how nice does that look? So that's it. Yeah. And see, I get my big thrill is actually doing trunk shows and seeing what the store's customers have done with the yarn, because I see it in the pen, I see it in the skein, and then I want to see what have they made, and because they bring it to you and they show, and they're so thrilled with what they have created, and then I get to see it, and it's quite a joy.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll do that.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that, Richard. We're going to ask our customers to bring items in that they've made to show you when you come here. One last question I wanted to ask was, you briefly touched on that you're experimenting with or playing with a new dye technique.
Yes.
Is there anything you can share with us about that?
I just started to change things up a bit. I like new. Robert's always telling me that you like the new, and I just try to change things a little bit because you don't want same old all the time. And I mean, you're learning and experimenting all the time. And so I can't really elaborate on it too much. I just all of a sudden decided, let's try this. And the colors done that way are coming out bolder. But not everyone wants bold. Some people like that pastel subdued, look to things. And then some people want bold and bright, the extravagant stuff. So, but Robert, I was talking to him and he says, no, there's some certain things you just cannot say.
So the product is bold.
So the thing is, I don't get full say in everything. So I mean, yes, I do the dyeing, I do the colorways, and I come up with that. And even I am told, what I'm allowed and not allowed to do sometimes. And then I come up with the thing that says, but whose name's on the label?
Yeah.
You know, but that still doesn't seem to hold. You know, I still get ruled sometimes on certain things. But that's all about the balance too.
Right.
I mean, it's how you and Cynthia, or Barb and Cynthia, you complement each other in the shop. For ideas and that. And Robert and I complement each other too with certain things, and I need him to keep me earthbound, or else I would be out there doing all kinds of stuff. And it's just like with social media, and you have to keep up with it. You've got to do it. But he keeps saying, if you're not in the dye studio, it's not being done, and it's your colors, so you got to get out there and do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It.
Well, I think when you come, Richard, we should talk a little bit more about that. About being related or being in a relationship and having a business, and how that's that's wonderful and complicated at the same time.
Yeah.
It is. Let me tell you,
Cynthia's
Robert
wanted to.
sorry.
Cynthia's wanted to divorce me a couple of times.
Oh my God! I am amazed we have made it this long. It's been a challenge. Would I do it again? Sure. Would we change a couple of things? Sure. But I mean, life's about adventures and experiences.
That's right.
And I mean, when I was a teenager in Toronto, did I think I would own the dye business and be doing this? Not in your lifetime. But I mean, it's joy, it's a passion, and it is. I get to create wonderful colors, and then I get to see the end product and see how many people are really happy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, we couldn't be more excited that you're coming here in June. And
I'm just thrilled.
Yeah. So we'll let you go. We're so happy that you were able to just step away from the dye studio for a few minutes and chat with us. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Take care, Richard.
Bye.
Bye-bye. One more thing you wanted to talk about in terms of the Rowan magazine and yarns. Right. Yeah. What was that?
We put together a display for our shop. So in addition to the soft Yak Dk and the denim, we've pulled out 5 or 6 of our other yarns that are featured in this book. So we'll put some pictures up of it. I know you guys were wanting to see more pictures of our store and kind of what some of the displays and things like that we have in the shop. So we put together a really nice one featuring our linen, Rowan Creative Linen, which is a super yarn for summertime. It's a 50-50 linen cotton blend, and there's several patterns that you could do in this book. We also have a real store staple, the felted tweed, and that's featured in the book, along with Rowan Kid Silk Haze, which is beautiful.
And Summer Light DK, I think you were saying as well?
That's right. We carry Summer Light DK. And is there anything else in there?
I think you got it.
I think we've got it. Okay.
Maybe now's a good time to just talk about what you're wearing.
Sure.
Since it's Rowan too,
That's
isn't it?
Right. It is. We joke a lot about Kid Silk Haze. It's that it's kind of like crack cocaine for knitters because it is. It's just so beautiful to knit with. I had a whole bunch of it at home, so I just started knitting and I put together a kind of like an easy folded poncho just out of Kid Silk Haze. So this one I just pulled off the needles, and that's my FO today. And I love the fact that you can just, kind of put colors together and blend it and have some fun with it.
We'll insert a picture or two of you wearing it because it's really gorgeous. I commented on it when you put it on.
Oh, thank you.
And one of the nice things about Kid Silk Haze and why it's crack is that it's so light and airy.
Yeah. It's like really nothing. And even when you're blending it with other yarns, it hardly adds any bulk at all, but it fills in all the little holes. So if you're ever wondering, how do I get up a gauge size or two, just add a strand of Kid Silk Haze into your project and you've got it made. And then you get that beautiful halo and color as well.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, I'm in love with it. I love it.
You did a really nice job on this.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's
and now you should talk about what you're wearing.
Oh, okay. Well, I could do that because it's it's a company that also has a nice mohair blend too.
Yes.
So I'm wearing a Shibui. This is made with Shibui Sima. And Shibui Sima it's a gorgeous I think it's 70% alpaca, 30% merino wool. And I'm wearing the Church Mouse sleeveless slip-over tunic length. And we'll put a picture in of me as well.
Yeah.
And it's made with 2 strands of seam held together.
Right.
And I think, some people get a little nervous about knitting with 2 strands of yarn held together. And so I can say it's dead easy. But also, if you're adding a strand of mohair to something, it's very clingy. So you don't have to worry about it. It all takes care of itself. So
the nice thing about Seema in particular, holding it together, is that it forms such a beautiful fabric. I can't stop touching this one when we have it on the mannequin because the fabric that it makes is just beautiful.
It is. It's very squishable. It's and I'm glad that it's sleeveless because it's quite warm, and so I feel my
Cozy,
core feels all cozy. My hands aren't cold. My feet aren't cold because if you keep your heart warm, it just warms up all your extremities.
Yeah.
So it's really a perfect, and it's a perfect garment, but it's also very drapey. So that tunic length works well.
Yeah.
And Church Mouse's pattern is brilliant.
It is. And we saw this top at Church Mouse when we were there in October.
Yeah.
And they had done it out of a linen blend. So this is one of those perfect pieces that goes summer, winter. You can wear it all year round. You just change out your fiber and you've got a brand new piece.
Well, the in their pattern too, they actually have it done up with shibui, 1 strand of shibui Seema and 1 strand of shibui birch held together. And we didn't have birch. We decided to do it with 2 strands of Seema. But that's a great thing about shibui yarns is that they're almost all really fine. They're lace weight or fingering weight, and you build your own personal fabric by combining different combinations of their yarns. So it's really fun to play with. It's a great yarn, and it just feels amazing. So I highly recommend the sleeveless slip over. It comes in 3 lengths. You can do a cropped version, you can do a tunic version, and you can do a dress length version.
Longer,
So that's
fun. And which one did you do?
I did the tunic length version. I guess I should confess.
There's 4 actually. There's a really long one.
Oh, that's the dress length?
Below the knee.
There's a tunic length. Oh, and then there's a hip length and then a cropped length. Right. And I should confess it was actually Pat, our sample knitter, who knit this for me, and then she gave me the pieces, and I took them home and did the seaming because there was quite a bit of seaming to do. So Pat's not so keen about finishing, and I don't mind.
I think it's I love finishing because I think it's important too to get a feel yourself of what the fabric feels like. And
so there's a nice long seam, and then you pick up along the neck, and you do a little. They have you knit a row and then bind it off, and then you do the same thing around the sleeves. So you can do a.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's really fun to wear. Very cozy. Yeah.
Now we have a couple of other samples too that people have knit for us for the shop.
Yes.
Can we show those?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So do you want me to grab it?
Well, maybe just Justina's. Well, the cowl, Sheila's cowl, we'll take a photograph of and show it to you.
Bring it over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm up.
All right.
Yeah. So you talk about
this is the first one. This was knit by Sheila. She's our store manager, and she knit this beautiful tapered cowl out of blue sky alpaca. I'm in love with this yarn. Do you have a skein of this yarn
it's right
too?
in front of you there.
Oh, okay. So this is it here. It's beautiful. It's got an amazing twist. And it knits up fairly dense. So as soon as you pick up this project, you go, oh my gosh, it's really got weight to it. It's got a real heft that's lovely. And this is such a pretty piece. It's kind of got a A-line to it. We'll put the Church Mouse pattern up. Looks great and feels amazing.
Right. Yeah, and Sheila was saying the only modification she might make to it is that she's a tighter knitter, so she thinks that if she were doing it again, she might use a bigger needle. So again, probably makes sense to do a gauge swatch before you do it.
Did she not do a gauge swatch?
I don't think she did.
No, because this is what your mitts felt like too, your fingerless gloves, and this is what the I want to call it Hudson's Bay cowl. It's not. There's a different name for it, but the one that looks
Albany cowl.
The Albany cowl by Blue Sky. It felt like this too, very hefty. So Sheila, I think you're bang on. I love the feel of this fabric. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. And the alpaca just feels amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous product by an American company, and it's really nice to knit with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just happened to put this on because it was handy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, back to Justina,
Mm-hmm.
we're so excited for her to come here. We're knitting up all of her things, and this one is called. There's a name to it. Okay, how do you pronounce that, Cynthia?
Oh boy.
Is suit?
I think so.
It's spelled Iseult. Iseult. Iseult.
Yeah.
It's a crescent shaped
Gosh, I'll
shawl.
hold it right in front of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hold the other end up.
There we go.
And so it starts,
beautiful?
it's knit up here, and this is all lace in this section. And then you pick up and start to knit a lace pattern, a lace leaf pattern this way.
So who knit this?
This was knit by Pat. Pat's our sample knitter, and she does an amazing job.
She does. And what's it made out of?
This is made out of Gelsk. Gelsk is kind of our best kept secret here in the shop. It's a beautiful wool cotton. I want to say 50-50.
I think you might have the ball.
Do I?
I think so too. I think it's a 50 wool, 50 cotton.
Here,
And
have a look.
it's from Denmark.
That's right. We have this in wool cotton, in their 100% wool, and in their tweed. And so it comes in beautiful shades. They did an amazing palette of shades, and it's a very value-priced wool. It, too, is one that you can knit up on a 275, a 3, a 3.5, and you get different fabrics based on different needle sizes.
It's gorgeous, and it feels nice. I think the cotton just gives the wool kind of a smoother feeling,
And a little bit of a crispness and even a little coolness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of goes nicely with my
it
sleeveless
does.
slip over, right?
It does.
Yeah.
All
okay.
right. So that's
nice. You. I also have a finished object.
yeah. Let's see.
From sort of a follow up from last week. Let me look at my little bag of tricks here. So last month, we were talking about last month's flash mob, and I had started the bullseye socks,
Yes.
and now I have them finished. I am so captivated by this pattern.
It's neat,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It's really cool.
It starts right here.
Yeah,
the
you start
bullseye.
with the circle, and then you have live stitches here. You create a heel. You have live stitches here. You do the foot. Everything's done on live stitches, and it's not that hard. I think one of the nice things about
It's
this
seamed
pattern.
right here, right?
Yeah,
So
you do
it's
Kitchener
knit flat.
stitch. Yep.
Would you do any modifications to it if you?
I am going to try it again.
Are you?
Yep. And I am going to try doing a
different
regular
heel?
heel, like a heel flap and heel gusset, because that sort of fits my foot better. And then I also think that this pattern here would make amazing wrist warmers.
Oh,
So,
sure.
and I don't see any reason why you couldn't build fingers out of there if you wanted to do gloves. So I think that would be really cool.
Oh, neat.
My husband looked at this and thought of Spider-Man right away because he's a comic.
Somebody else said
Yeah.
that too. It looks like a web.
Yeah. So I think it'd be really cool. But I just love it. And the pattern is written in, line by line instructions. So
Yeah.
it's quite easy to follow. We do have some flash mob yarn left. So Barb, tell everybody how they can get this
Yeah.
pattern.
Well, if you buy a skein of Northern Lights from Biscotti, on our website, we put the pattern in there with your purchase. And if you get two, we'll give you the pattern for this one. I'm still not completely done, but I'm so much farther along than I was at the last showing.
Oh, wow.
So here it's coming along. It's a
Wow.
shawl and it's diamond shaped. I've
Barb.
got 2 more rows to go. It's a little more knitting than a pair of socks.
I just love the colors in here, and it feels so soft.
I know. Yeah, and once
at
it's
you.
blocked, it'll look so much better.
Yes.
But I just wanted to show it to you to let you know that
I love
I hadn't thrown it in the corner. I'm still working on it.
Would you do any modifications to this pattern?
Nope.
Nope. It's working out
Well,
just the, yeah.
The way that the pattern read, they have you doing these all in their joint. I think I do them separately.
Oh, yeah? And pick up stitches
I
instead?
think so, yeah.
Hmm.
It just gets a little tight in here to try and do anything with.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That-
this
that
yarn
looks
is
so
so
nice.
soft. I love this striped yarn. I think it's one of the nicest striped yarns out there.
And that takes
it's Canadian.
2 balls. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really nice. Really nice. Well, you know what, Barb? I was so...
Here, I got you. I got you by the back end of your pants.
Oh my goodness. I feel like a scene out of the Mindy Project. She's always falling over. Anyway, I was so captivated with this yarn. I've got, a little leftover.
Oh, me
Right?
too.
This little tiny ball.
I have some
And-
from my last project. What are you going to make?
Well, I thought it was so cool that Richard talked about collinette yarns. I have a little tiny bit
No.
of jitterbug left, and I think that would look really cool together.
Yes.
And I've been making Turkish bed socks.
Oh.
Because we have a class coming up, and Debbie's teaching the first, one of our instructors is teaching the first class, and I get to teach the second one.
So you made a pair? You had time?
I had to make a pair of Turkish. So this
I'm
is
so
made.
jealous.
This is made with leftovers. I took some striping yarn and finished off with a.
Oh,
so
those are
so
so
they're the same
cute.
but different. So I think I'm going to do that with my leftover biscuit.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I thought of making a pom-pom with mine.
Oh yeah, you could do, or a tassel on your shawl would look really nice.
I'm so dying to cast on a new project. I want to get something new on the needles.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I've been doing. Now, do we have another finished object? Do we have another?
I don't think so. I think we're
hat?
done.
No.
Oh, I was going to start another hat, but you could. While I set up for Flash Mob, you could tell people about this. We had a question in the last podcast about how do you knit on 2 sets of circular needles.
Well, I think also people want us to do a video where we demonstrate how to use, and so how to use different types of needles for knitting in the round. And
Right.
we encountered that question a lot at the store as well. So we've got a series of videos that we're posting up under RCY tips and techniques.
Right.
So we'll add this to it.
We'll
But
do
yeah,
it there.
we're going to do a video. This is knitting in the round on 2 circulars. And it's just basically splitting up the stitches into 2 halves and using 1 circular to knit each half. So we're going to do 4 videos. Knitting in the round, we'll do 1 using the Addy flip sticks. We'll do 1 using the Addy flexi flips.
Yeah.
We'll do 1 using 2 Addies, just
2
like you're
Addies,
doing.
yeah.
And then we're going to do 1 magic loop. That's using
great
1
idea.
long circular. And we'll use all of our Addy needles for that demo so you can see them all, what's the difference between, these 4 ways of knitting in the round.
So are we going to film that when we're in Chicago?
We might, or before,
Excellent.
or after. Well, no, not after. We'll have the videos up. Those technique videos we put up when they're ready.
Yeah.
We don't wait for any specific date. I also yesterday did some videos with Heather. Heather is another one of our instructors.
She's lovely.
She is, and she's doing a Kids Crochet 101.
Oh, fun.
So we're doing some videos to help supplement that class. So in between classes when kids are at home, if they need a reminder about how to make a half double crochet with a chain 1 afterwards, we've got a video with Heather doing that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That would be a fun class, too, to bring your kids to in the summertime, with something to do. And
Yeah.
we'll have to set up a few of those sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
so
I
tell
think
us
that's
about Flash Mob.
it. Right.
Yeah?
Okay, you guys, this month, this flash mob, it's amazing. It's just beautiful. Our photographer, Aya, she loves these colorways. And so I think to get her thumbs up of approval is a really, because she sees lots of beautiful things every single day. But this time we were inspired by a photograph from a Canadian photographer. His name is Michael Wheatley, and he did a photograph of a place called Abraham Lake.
Oh.
Now this is a lake. It's an artificial lake that's north and east of here. It's on the North Saskatchewan River, and it's 20 miles by 20 miles. It's man-made, and it was made back in 1972. I've got a few notes here.
Mm-hmm.
It was created in 1972 when the Alberta government created the Bighorn Dam. And they had a contest on how to, for names, and they solicited feedback from kids in schools and all over. And it was named for Silas Abraham. He was an inhabitant of the Saskatchewan River Valley in the 19th century. So the reason why this place is so special to us is because the photograph was amazing. A lot of photographers go to this lake to photograph it because it has the neatest bubbles that come up. And the bubbles go into the ice in the wintertime on the surface, and everybody takes photographs of it. It has an amazing blue color. It looks like a beach in Hawaii. The water's so blue, and it's because of the glacial lakes in the Rocky Mountains. The soil,
there's a sediment in the lake that catches the light.
That's right.
It makes it blue.
It's called rock flour, and that's what makes the water look so blue. And so we have a gorgeous photograph that we'll show you. It's kind of the ice coming up onto the shore and melting in springtime. I'm so hoping that that's going to happen right about now. I'm so tired of winter. So we sent this photograph off to Kim at Flock Fiber. And if you remember, a couple months ago, Kim did a trio for us of our train that was rolling up into the mountains. This is the same thing. She did another trio. So let's see, where is that?
Don't fall off your chair.
I won't. There. Oh, here it is, right behind us. Okay, so ta-da!
Oh,
This is our basket of Flock Fiber. And so Kim has created a speckle.
This is called Spring Thaw.
So this is got all the, deep blues and teals from that lake, along with a beautiful light taupe with kind of really dark brown.
Like a sandy color.
Warm chocolate brown sprinkles in it. It's so pretty.
And some cream for the melting ice.
Yes, yeah. And then she created these two semi-solids for us too.
So this one's called Spruce.
Right. We picked this one. She had two. She actually had a beautiful light blue. It was gorgeous too. We had a real hard time deciding between the two. But we took a poll amongst our staff and our friends, and this one was the winner. And then this one is our neutral.
Sandstone.
Right.
Yeah, all very aptly named. Yeah.
So, imagine kind of like a free or fade, or maybe the hot shawl done in this, where, the top, the feather and fan could be your speckle, and these two could be your top and bottom.
Oh, yeah. That would be so nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So this goes on sale on our website.
So not on sale, but it goes out for sale.
Out for sale on the 20th at 6 p.m.
March 20th?
We chose the same day every month so it doesn't get confusing. Not just for you, but more for us. And it'll be available there. So just want to say thank you, Kim. You are an amazing dye artist. We really think that you've done a great job on capturing this one.
And again, this is the Take a Hike sock base. So
That's
80% merino, 20% nylon. It knits up so beautifully. And I think the last time she did this for us, we had it for about 24 hours, maybe 48 hours before it was all gone.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we had to substitute some other yarns for
did.
the solid colors.
Yeah, we had a few of the speckles left over. So thank you to Sweet Georgia, who we kind of made some yarn recommendations of what would go nicely with it. So but if you would like, if you can, buy all three. They're just specifically dyed to match each other, and I think it's just a beautiful way to get.
And it's just a one-time thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe one time a month thing.
That's right. This colorway, though, is definitely one time. We don't replicate them again. We choose something else. That's kind of what we do. We always try and find new and fun things to do. And this year our theme is Canada and Alberta and Edmonton. And so we've picked 12 photographs that we're going to be getting our local dyers to dye for us based on themes and pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you've done a lot of work with this, so
It is a lot of work, but it's fun,
it's
right?
really fun
I love
unveiling
doing
them.
that.
Yeah.
And, you guys inspire us. There's so many of you that say, you love this kind of thing. So that's what keeps us going.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speaking of inspiration, we have a bag to give away.
Right.
So the last month we talked to you about the Tuff Duck bag, and we got lots of great comments on the episode. So we're going to announce the name of the winner at the end of the podcast. So keep watching to see who won.
The bag from Becky, right? Thanks,
Yes.
Becky.
Yes.
That was really popular. We got so many people that want it. So we're hoping that they went to your website too. And for those of you who didn't win the bag, know that you can still buy one.
Yeah. It comes in 2 sizes, and they're different colors.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
They make great gifts for guys too, I feel.
Yeah. And thanks everybody who commented. It's really nice to see that the video goes out and then we get all these comments that come back in, and we do take the time to try and answer every comment. So it's a lot of work, but we love it. It's really nice.
It's
so thank you.
One more way to connect with you, and we're so appreciative of that.
Yes. And we've had lots of people connecting with us because they've heard about us or seen us on the Grocery Girls podcast.
Right.
So
yes.
we thought it would be
so
fun.
grateful for Tracy and Jody too, and all the referrals that they've given us. We thought, how can we pay that back?
So yeah, we're going to give away Mrs. Brown's bag on this month's podcast.
That's right. Jody makes these amazing bags. You if you're lucky enough, you've already got 1 or 2 of them in your collection.
Right.
But she made us a custom set of metallics. And these were her zigzag print fabric. And they've got a zip top. They come in a couple different sizes.
And I wanted to see just how much stuff I could put in here. Barb.
Right. So what have you got in there?
I have a sweater and 2 skeins of Eden yarn in here because there's just nothing more scrumptious than Eden.
There you go. You can do, this project will hold a kid sweater. This is size 3 or 4 and 2 skeins of yarn.
So you can definitely put a nice size project in this bag. This is the large size, and it's done in a nice shiny metallic. And we do have more of these on our website. Again, if you don't have an opportunity to win one, you can always get one.
Fantastic. They are limited though, you guys. I don't think we have very many. So if you want one, grab one, and then we're going to be giving this one away too. So what do people have to do to win?
All right. So for this one, we're going to do subscribers.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll just go through our list of subscribers. We'll pick a randomly generated number, and we'll pick that person in that sequence. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe. If you have a friend who wants to win a bag, have them subscribe. And then we'll pick a name from our subscribers.
Great.
And if you have already subscribed, it's not new subscribers. If you've already subscribed, don't worry. You're golden. You're gonna get an opportunity to win this particular bag.
And we have another one too.
There's another one.
Right.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd give away three bags this month.
Right. So tell us about this bag, Barb.
Okay. This one is Alpaca My Bag. So this is made by the same company that we buy Gleaners from. Gleaner is that great pill remover tool.
Here, I'll trade you. You hold this and I'll pull out a Gleaner.
Sure. So they came out with these lines of bags, and they're so cool. Look at this. The little alpaca butts on the back. And the front of them here. But these bags are specially made to primarily hold dirty clothes. So while you're traveling, if you've got swimsuits or clothes that need to be washed when you get home, you can put them in here.
So you can put wet clothes in there.
You can put wet clothes in here.
As well as dry clothes.
That's right. So it's been treated. It says fits life's big messes thanks to its generous 16 by 21 inch size. It rolls up and
when it rolls up, and there's a snap on the handle, so you can tie it up in a little bundle with the handle.
When you're not using it,
Do we have more of these?
No, this is the only one we have. But we might have to just bring some in, right? Especially for summertime when we're swimming or we've got so much on the go. It's water resistant. The odor confines to the bag to contain life's messes. So how perfect is that?
Right. And this is my favorite tool. This is a gleaner. You've got a pill remover on one end, and a lint brush on the other, and you just and there's 3 different heads for this thing. It just pops off, and you can put a different head on it, so you can treat all different kinds of fabrics.
These are great.
I use this on my cashmere sweater as well as my big woolly sweaters, and the lint brush is great.
And now everyone has to start saving their pills, because when Holly Yo was here last week, we learned the coolest technique about what to do with
for small holes in your knitting. Yeah. But it's also kind of this lint brush is also kind of nice if you've got something with mohair in it and you just want to make the nap come out after you've knitted.
Yeah.
You can use the lint brush to kind of just pull on the nap and raise it.
Doesn't that work great?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you don't want any excess mohair bits on your black winter jacket, this cleans. It takes off the extra hairs that are on the top.
Okay, can you do my whole thing now?
Pretty soon. All right, and we have one more bag to give away.
Right.
These are such good bags, Barb.
These are great bags.
I mean, it's self-promotion, but it really is a fabulous
Cynthia
bag.
will show you, because there's a few little features that go into this bag that she has... Vanna whited this at every event that we've been to when we've given these away. We've given these away to a lot of people. Yeah. We had to buy like 5,000 of them when we bought them. So we are down to our last, I think, 63 bags.
Wow.
So these are definitely, we're not getting any more. We're going to go with a new style from now on. Yeah. But... Okay,
so first of all, it holds a lot of yarn.
Yes.
Second of all, once the yarn is in the bag, you can pull it shut and keep it in the bag by using this handy little grommet on a nylon string.
Yeah.
There's also this little fun clip on here, and this works really nicely if you want to attach it to the back of the airplane seat or a handle in your car, so you've got your project with you in your vehicle when you go.
You can knit out of it.
You can knit out of it for sure. And then if you want to make the handle medium length, so there's a long handle, a short handle, and then to make it a medium length, you put the short handle through the long handle and put the clip on here, and voila. You've got a nice arm length version. Now, inside the bag, there is, just take this yarn out here. I'm going to turn it inside out so you can see it better. Inside the bag, there's a clear plastic sleeve that's been sewn in, and this is perfect for crochet hooks or double pointed needles. Mm-hmm. You can put a pencil in there. Anything, a cable needle, anything that you don't want to lose that's sort of slim, you can fit in there.
And you can still see what's in there because the pocket's clear.
Yep, and then there's a pocket in the back here as well with 2 sleeves. So taller things will fit in here also. And then at the very bottom of the bag is another little snap. And some people put the handle of their scissors through there so they can always find their scissors. I like to put my stitch markers on there, so I always have them with me when I go places. And other people will thread their yarn through their tension it through the loop in the bottom of the bag. So many different options. So it fits 2 100-gram skeins of sock yarn if you're a sock knitter.
That's a lot.
I've actually shoved like quite a bit in here.
Yes.
And I have, I think one of these for almost every project that I've got working on. But so that's going to be our 3rd bag. These 2 bags will do again the comment section in the podcast. So while you're watching episode 14, make a comment. Tell us anything you like. Tell us about the show. Tell us about the bags. Tell us about our projects. Just type hi, and that's enough to get you in the draw for...
I don't want to make it too difficult, right?
No,
everybody's got lots on their plates. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we just want to hear from you. Yeah. And so 2 bags on comments, 1 bag goes to subscribers. So subscribe and comment, and you can be in the... You have 3 chances to win. Yeah. All right. Now, Barb, I think you forgot something really important when we were talking about the flash mob yarn.
Right. I did.
What was it?
Well, this month's flash mob was inspired by Abraham Lake. This happens to be a place where our dad, who's no longer with us, used to go hunting. Every year, he and his brothers and brother-in-law and friends would take a week or so usually after harvest, after all the work was done, and they'd drive up here and they'd go big game hunting. And, you know, that was their fun thing to do. And they'd bring back, you know, a moose or
a small game.
an elk, or there were a few years where they didn't bring back anything. But he so loved to go up to this place. And so when we saw the picture, we just thought of our dad. And so this yarn's dedicated to Herb, our dad. He would be so proud too, because he always was really proud about all the things that we were doing together, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then later this year, possibly there may be a yarn colorway that's dedicated to our mom.
Yes. Yeah.
But we'll hold that for next time.
That's right.
Okay. So have a great weekday, a month. Have a great time, everybody.
That's right.
We'll see you in a month.
Yeah. And look for our flash mob. It's going to come out on the 20th of March at 6 p.m.
Right. And visit our other videos. Check out our playlist. And if you subscribe, you'll get notifications every time we load up a new video. So do that too. All right. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.